Feel like I'm becoming a little too picky right now. Am I even good enough to be... there's a lot of self-doubt. They haven't updated anything in the document. So I'm waiting for this call from an individual representative who will walk me through stuff that they need to be doing. The thing is, I can't be talking openly about it. The whole thing is just very strange, but it just needs to be done. So I'm gonna talk to them. I hope everything is fine. In 2 days time, I'm gonna be leaving and I am so happy. I'm so happy. I am so happy. I won't ever have to think about it again. I won't ever have to talk to any of these people again. I'm living on a good note for me. I'm just so happy I'm leaving it behind, and it feels like I can finally fully dedicate my time to my new job search. Now that's the very interesting part. So I have a few job opportunities that I am excited about. I specialize in this specific business vertical and I don't want to move away from it because it's very complex, very sophisticated, and I love it so much. Not all companies offer those services, therefore I have very almost limited range of options. Not too limited, but given what's happening right now in the job market, there aren't that many. I'd say out of all of the jobs for my specialty that I am seeing right now, it's not as much if I was to compare it with last year's job market, so the situation is different. With that, I found two really cool opportunities that I'm very excited about. However, one of them would mean I will be continuing with this new exciting field that I wanted to explore with this company. It would be really cool to finally get hands-on experience in it. It would be my dream job, I think, from what I can see. Obviously I can't say for sure, you know, sometimes you end up saying, hey, this is exactly what I want, and then you start working there or something, and then it's just not that. And I want to protect myself from having those kind of expectations because yeah, I just don't want to have them. I want to go through this process with a clear head as much as possible. I have hope that I will try to keep my emotions out of it, and I really need to because I feel like I'm becoming a little too picky right now. I am in a situation where we're finally finalizing the purchase on the house, where we will be doing a lot of renovations and furniture buying and everything like that, so we will need money and I can't just be picky and wait for that perfect opportunity to come through. I am forcing myself to apply for jobs within my function, the thing I've been doing for a while. An opportunity on that front came up and I have an interview with the company in a couple of days time. So I can't be too picky. At the same time, it makes so much sense for me right now to just get a job, and then when a perfect opportunity comes up, just move over there. It will make most sense because I do need consistent influx of cash right now, and I do need that stability, emotional stability as well. I really need that. So yesterday I had a coach, I have a business coach from work, and luckily after I leave the company I'll have that same access to this business coaching services for 3 months, so it's very good. They offer weekly sessions and it's not often you get that, so I'm very lucky on that front. The business coach I'm working with is fantastic. I love her so much. So when we were talking yesterday about choices and direction, where I need to be going and how I need to be thinking about it, I caught myself saying things like, I am not applying for this position because I feel I don't have enough experience, or I know I don't have enough experience. But I'm such a passionate and ambitious person. I know the theory inside out. I'm forgetting sometimes that they may overlook it. They may overlook the fact that I may not have hands-on experience, provided that I have everything else and more. What I'm doing right now is I'm looking at job specs, job descriptions, and I'm seeing these things that I don't have experience in, and I just block it altogether. I don't apply. So today I started to apply for those jobs too, hoping that they will read my cover letter, hoping that they will see a skill or a few or things that I've done and reach out to me saying, hey, do you want to just talk and then see where we can place you? So I'm going ahead with that, and I feel like it's a much more open, positive, hopeful approach towards a job search. I can't be limiting myself to this one thing that like how else am I going to get experience if I don't get it like that? unless I grow with the company and I'm put into different functions, but that didn't happen. Fingers crossed something comes up. I mean, it has been a month and I've been holding out for a few opportunities for a long time, and I can't anymore, so I'm just going rogue and I'm applying for everything that feels right. There's a really interesting situation unfolding with the vendors who are selling their house. Once we've done the surveying, the surveyor found a critical issue with the penetrating dampness in one of the bathrooms, but it was difficult to assess the level of it because you would need to destroy the tiles and the bathroom and it would just be messy. Because it's quite a severe issue and it's most probably quite costly as well, we tried to ask vendors to offset that by asking them to fix slightly easier problems like fireproofing the recessed lighting, reinforcing the patio deck, doing something with the roof, sealing some bit that wasn't sealed properly. All of these items would have cost way less in theory than dealing with the penetrating dampness, and we thought we were being quite reasonable, and it turns out that they said that they're not gonna deal with any of it. RP, no! Aside from RP. Shit, he jumped again. Okay, we're never coming here again. How can you just jump like this? Okay, he doesn't seem to be limping, but oh, please don't jump in the water. Anyway, they said that they're not gonna deal with any of those issues, aside from the electricity thing that cost £100. So we have no choice but to ask them to deal with the penetrating dampness. However, problematic maybe for them because they're not willing to meet us halfway, or otherwise we'll need to decrease our original offer by about 3,000. But that will be problematic because remortgaging right now would be a problem because the interest rates are quite different than they used to be 5 months ago. It's funny, he has a branch stuck to his tail. He looks so silly right now. Tomorrow is supposed to be my last day at this job, and I'm not sure it's gonna be the case because the company hasn't provided me with an updated document that the other guy needs to make everything the way it needs to be. I know I'm talking all gibberish right now because I can't quite disclose the exact thing that's happening, but tomorrow is supposed to be the day, the cut-off day for me to just move on with my life, and it doesn't seem to be the case for that reason that I've just mentioned. And I am chasing them, and the guy on my end is chasing them, and I don't know, nothing seems to be coming through unless it is happening, but then I'm not receiving any comms, which could be the case, but also if it was the case, the guy wouldn't be calling me because there needs to be a conversation between me and him. Right, now that I've confused you enough, I want to say that I'm having a day today. I am really giving up on all hopes really. It's like I said, I'm drained and I don't quite know what to do with myself. I could be using this time to learn new things, and I am trying to learn new things. I'm here with all of my colorful bands, and I'm here looking at watching various webinars, I'm here reading books, but then all of my efforts are quite frantic because I don't know where I need to be looking and what exactly I need to be doing. Of course, everything that I do is definitely a bonus. It is contributing to my overall development as a marketing professional. This uncertainty is draining, and all I have in my head is like I can't even focus fully on stuff that I'm doing right now. I really want to be soaking in this information. I really want to get better, and I'm like, am I even good enough to be... there's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of fear that I will not find a new job fast enough. There's a lot of that, and it's quite an interesting time, I should say. Yeah, I'm trying to focus so hard, not knowing what's to come. I really want the stability of my life to come back to me a little bit at least, and it almost feels like it's too big of an ask at this stage. It has been quite unstable for the last 8 months, and why would it just stabilize all of a sudden now, right? I should, in theory, be used to this uncertainty or being held in this vacuum of things. You know, all this thing I tell you, when I'm having good days, I'm like, I can do this, I need to think positively, I need to just think about all of the good stuff that is coming my way and all of the awful stuff that I'm leaving behind. And yeah, it's great when I feel that way, when I'm in that kind of mind space, but when I'm not, oh my god. I'm like, I'm awful, I'm terrible, nothing good is gonna come out of me, my job pursuits, my ambition is not good enough, being passionate is not good enough apparently. So, you know, it's so interesting. I'm watching all of these webinars and all that everyone is talking about, the conference I went to, and it was like, oh my god, the hardest part of this job is to find talent, to find people who want to do this, to find people who understand and are intelligent enough to do this job, and then all of my efforts are not, you know, I'm not getting that job. So what the hell is that? What the hell is all of that about? There's a lot of contradictory things flying around, and maybe I'm a little too naive for the whole process. You know, maybe I'm like holding on to this little thing that everyone keeps talking about, and I'm like, look, I'm here, I can do this job, I really want to do it well, I'm so passionate and ambitious, so why don't you just give me a chance, you know? And I'm having to wait constantly or accept less exciting opportunities, which I will just have to accept as is, and there aren't that many of them, to be frank with you. I only have 2 job interviews upcoming in the field that I've been working in, and it's almost like it's a really sobering reality for me to sit down and tell myself that things that I've been crazy about for the last 8 months or so are just not gonna happen, because being ambitious and passionate and knowledgeable on the subject is not good enough from my experience. Maybe it's just that time when no one really needs anyone. No one can hire people, economic turmoil, major redundancies across the largest tech corporations. You know, all of that stuff maybe is playing against me right now, and I understand that. It doesn't mean that it's not heartbreaking to me. I'm trying my best to find that side of me and just held on to that side of me that is believing in myself still and is determined to go in that specific direction that I've chosen 9 months ago. Okay, we are now on a Thursday of this week, the week that was originally planned by me and expected by me, where everything would happen, and quite a few things are happening. I have to be honest with you. Today is officially what seems like the last day of my employment with this company, and I am so damn happy it's over. They did mess up, they didn't supply the correct document on time, so they're trying to rush everything today. I'm not sure that my guy will be available today, but tomorrow is, you know, the last, and oh, it just feels so good, it feels so liberating. And another thing is, which is a little disheartening, but also I see hope in it. I started to think maybe the universe is trying to tell me that doing this thing that I've been so passionate about for the last however long is just not gonna make me happy. It's not gonna make me happy, and this is precisely the reason why I'm not getting a job in this field. You know, I haven't heard back from that lady. I've started to apply for all of the higher level jobs in this field that are being advertised, the only jobs that are being advertised. No one's getting back to me, so I'm like, dude, maybe it's just not meant to be. Maybe it's simply not meant to be. Maybe this job is not gonna make me happy, and I just need to just relax on that front. And also I feel this almost anger towards this whole thing now, because, you know, how can you not hire someone who's so desperate to have a job in this field? Is it just passion, but also knowledge and everything? There's a lot of potential here, I'm telling you. It's crazy. I have an interview tomorrow to work for a company that I'm very excited about. They are very modern, very forward-thinking. Work with the vertical I'm excited about, startup, tech, everything is just, I have fun working with these companies, and maybe, just maybe, this is the way to go for me right now. And fingers crossed. I really need to prepare for that interview for tomorrow, and yeah, fingers crossed I get it, because now I'm at the point where, like, you know what, I need to let it go. I really, really, really need to let it go and just to get what I can get. And what I am hoping to get is a really good option. It's a very good option. So don't get me wrong, I'm not downgrading or anything. In fact, I am upgrading in terms of salary, in terms of the company, in terms of the title. So what's there to even think about? There's nothing to think about. It's great. It's great. Another thing that made me happy is that it's hilarious. Right now we live within the London zone, quite on the outskirts, but within the London zone 5 or something. I'll say it costs me £20 to commute to Central in the morning to work. So £20 covers, it's like a travel card for the day. I can just travel anywhere, take any form of transportation, and it's a lot. It's a lot. If you live closer, it would cost you £5 a day, not 20. It's very expensive. And I thought that the house we're buying is on the outer side of London, so it's a little further away, and I thought that it would be more expensive because it's further away from the centre for the morning commute. And guess what? It's £10. It's 10, not 20, not 30, not 40, it's 10, it's half. I live further away, but it costs me less to get to Central. On top of that, it's the same time frame. It takes the same amount of time to get, even less than that, even less, 54 minutes, as opposed to right now to go to work I need to walk for 20 minutes, take a train for half an hour, take a tube for 10 minutes. So it's like there I walk to the station for 10 minutes, just one train, and then it's a 5-minute walk, which is better altogether. So fingers crossed the interview goes well tomorrow. I'll let you know, of course, but I'm really keen to get the job now. Before I was on the fence, and now I'm like, nope, I need to get it. Oh my god, you will never believe what just happened. I can't. Basic mistake, but it's just too basic. Okay, so the company shared this document with me last month, and then I said no to them. Now for me to stop working for the company, I have to sign this document. They asked me to use the same document they sent to me last month, but the figures in that document for that time frame, right? I found it weird. I was like, why can't you just send me the updated one, because I'll be involving other people in it, and you know the document needs to be updated for me to sign it and stuff. And they were like, no, just use this one. So I called this guy and he's like, no, we can't work with this document, the dates are wrong and the figures are wrong. And I was like, I know. So he sends an email to the company, and they finally 3 days later send me an updated document today, and I look at it and I'm like, oh my god, they haven't updated anything in the document. My name is misspelled. The last day of the work is not today, but like last month. The figures are wrong as well. There's a few other errors. I'm like, what's going on? How can you not be careful with documents of this kind? So yeah, we're halfway through Thursday, and this is how my Thursday is going. But all in all, I feel positive. I feel even getting these errors just shows how negligent they are with things, and it's not a good look. And I'm so glad that I'm leaving this place. I have some other updates on the house buying situation. It seems like there's only one inquiry outstanding for them to respond to, and then we can start closing the deal. I talked to my friends and they say that, for example, in the US, the process is very different. Here it took forever, and literally, where are we? End of Feb. We started it in the middle of October, I think. So what takes the longest is the lawyers. The lawyers take forever to respond. Look, it takes two to tango, right? But there's been a few examples when an email was sent by our solicitors to them at the beginning of December, and they responded to that email at the end of February. Okay, you just have to push for things to happen constantly, and I thought I was quite, you know, nudgy, but I wasn't nudgy enough apparently, because some people finish this process in 3 months and it's taken us way longer. I'm just glad that we are at the end of it, and I am very excited. Before I was like, oh, it's such a long process, and I'm like, okay, we're almost at the end. It's going to happen at some point in the next couple of weeks, and we can just, you know, have it done with and start the renovations, new chapter in both of our lives, and it's so exciting. What else? Oh yeah, the interview tomorrow. I haven't started to prepare, to be frank with you. I don't even know how to prepare. It's going to be an initial interview with the member of the team who I'll be talking to. I've talked to them already. I almost feel like I have an upper hand compared to other candidates because they wanted to hire me before. It almost feels like I can be relaxed about this, but I cannot. I feel like I'm becoming a little complacent. Is that the word? I don't know. I feel like I don't want to act as if I got the job already. I really need to still make an impression, make a really good impression. So I'm gonna refresh my memory on what the company is all about. I'm going to prepare the best I can. Like, I don't even know what to prepare. Literally, I don't. I can obviously talk about what I've been doing, and I guess I can practice that to sound a little more confident. And because this time around I haven't had much experience with interviews. Last year I was saying yes to every single interview, so by the end of it I was like very good at it compared to what had been before. And now this time around I only had 2 interviews, and the one was very good, the other one was quite okayish, but not to the level that I could be proud of. I need to nail this one because I am 99% sure that I will not get that other dream job of mine. And as I told you guys earlier today, it almost feels like it's just not meant to happen for me this time around. I was thinking, look, I'm not giving up on it at all. It's still a possibility in the future at any point. It's not going away, and it's not like I'm losing it forever. In fact, what I'm doing right now is I'm getting into a much more interesting place in terms of work, in terms of people, in terms of quality of life, and that's all I need really right now. And everything else will come with time, so I just need to let it go for now and then come back to it if I still want to, and it's gonna be fine. So the goal for me is right now for tomorrow to just nail it. I'm going to write out everything I will say when talking about what I've been doing. Always better to prepare, despite the fact that I've been doing it day in, day out for the last 4 or 5 years. There's still a certain level of nuance to experience when you do this for a long time, and with interviews you only really get one chance to show that. And if I feel tired or if I am nervous, all of those things will just leave my head, and I mean those things will be gone, and I won't be able to express myself well enough, and that's literally the only chance that I can express myself and get the job. Oh, by the way, as far as I remember last time, the interview process was just one chat, not even like with the guys, not even the task or anything, so very easy in comparison to all of the other interviews where you have to like prove your skills and aptitude. I mean, I have nothing against that, but I'm also very glad that this time around it may not be the case. I don't even know, but last time it wasn't the case. So fingers crossed, and I will now start to get ready for tomorrow. Wish me luck. Alright, it took them 3 attempts, but they got there. They got the document over to me with the correct figures and everything, and I signed it. I sent it to my guy. My guy is gonna check everything and send it to them, and then it's over. And also, I feel like I'm getting sick. I have a sore throat, so I'm chilling on my pod with my coffee, with some relaxing music, and trying to prepare for the interview tomorrow. It's getting cold again, so I'm just here with my blanket, just keeping warm and hoping for the best tomorrow. Wish me luck. I know you'll see it probably in like a week or 2, but maybe you can retrospectively wish me luck, and then maybe that will influence their decision, because they do take time making a decision who to hire. So I need all of your positive vibes, guys, please.